Maybe go.
Hey guys, I'm back. Come on. Whatever.
It was no reaction.
Welcome to
Yay.
Radio.
Angel's back as well.
The most important part, Angel is back.
Thank you guys. I miss you guys so much.
We've missed you, Bubs. It's been different without you.
And as usual, when the cat's away, the mice will play. So let's get into some trouble tonight, guys.
We got no Daddy Jeff tonight.
Yeah, Daddy Jeff is not here. He may come on soon, but we don't know. We'll see. If he comes, he comes.
He's watching anyways. Hi, Jeff. Love you too.
Hey, Jeff. Do we want to start
like Big Brother with a filthy mouth.
That's just being polite, honestly.
I'm still kind of new, Katie. I've got to kind of be polite. Like.
Well, do we want to start?
Mix.
I was going to say, do we want to start light tonight, or do we want to get get the fraud stuff out of the way?
Let's start with the biggest joke of them all: President Trump. Let's do this.
All right. Yeah. So we're going to talk about fraudulent votes and President Trump. Let's go.
Now, wait, before you get started, it's 1:25. Remember, we've got to get some time.
No, you got
it. There was, I was watching a little news. I tend to check the news before I come on so that I can be informed when I give you guys information.
Take a breath.
And they were talking about the president's voter fraud case, and very specifically a case that the Trump team filed in Arizona. And the Trump lawyers showed up, and the judge looked at them and said, "Where does your accusant reside?" And they gave the address of the person who was making the affidavit, and they had filed the brief in the wrong court.
Oh,
that sounds about right.
They had filed the brief in the wrong court.
That's a shame.
Bummer.
I resisted cursing just now. I just want you to know. So
just like they booked the wrong Four Seasons.
Yep.
They are never going to get better PR than that. Good for them. Exactly. And now they're doing merch.
It's stupid Watergate.
You know what? They're making money off of it. I love it.
I love it too.
Well,
support your small businesses, y'all. Support that small business.
As the registered Republican in the room, and as a serial voter, and as a serial donor, I get email every hour on the hour from Team Trump.
I mean,
asking for money.
I don't want to brag or anything, but I get emails every 3 hours from Biden. Just saying.
But
because
I'm a serial donor, so I get both teams.
Oh, nice!
Double team.
Right before the election.
I've heard about Vera in the past.
Okay, we are only 3 minutes into this. Watch your mouth.
The point I was going to make is that at the bottom of all of these emails from Team Trump Election Defense Fund is a small print caveat that says any donations can be used at the discretion of the Donald Trump committee.
Well, now I kind of want to look at the Biden emails. Maybe I'll peek at that in a minute. But on the way in this topic, so Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, he offered up $1 million. $1 million for evidence of voter fraud. Look at this man. Wow. Looks like Steve Wilko's ugly brother.
Where did my chin go?
He looks like his face is under fraud.
I was going to say he looks a little bit like Jason when he took off the mask in the older Friday the 13th.
Brillo pad, doesn't it? Like the old-fashioned Brillo pad when you had the spray-on soap.
The man fell out of the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down.
And hit the rocks on the ground.
Guys, let's talk about making $1 million.
So Pennsylvania Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman said, "Hey, I'd like to collect that reward because we have case of voter fraud, but unfortunately, they voted for Trump.
$1 million is $1 million, baby.
So this guy, can't remember his name, but he tried to register for an absentee ballot in his dead mother's name to vote for Trump. And this, as far as I know, this is one of the only cases of voter fraud right now.
Maybe it was her dying wish.
Exactly.
I'm not sure how long she's been dead. I'm sure there's an article that explains all that, but
You do have to be living to cast a vote in the United States.
Well,
And you should mention that the only single case of voter fraud found so far in this election is a Trumper.
Mm-hmm.
In 2017, after winning the election and after Hillary conceded the election, Trump founded the Election Fraud Commission of 2017 to find those 3 million illegal voters that charged the border in California just to vote for Hillary and make him look bad. And you know what his one case of voter fraud that the 2017 commission found?
It was a Trump voter.
It was a Trump voter. She was so worried that Hillary might win, she voted twice.
Wow.
So I just want to make this clear that the lamestream media is not giving him any coverage. They don't want to tell the news. It's fake news.
Yeah.
Well,
that's why we can all smell Trump TV coming, right? It's
Yeah.
no secret that he's going to
Not from
try and
prison.
launch his
if he
media
goes to
thing.
prison, he can't own the station.
Okay,
So-
I've got to put this to you guys. If Trump TV offered us a deal,
We can't do it.
Dropped out. Sorry, guys. Come find me on my Instagram.
you know Jeffrey would be all over it.
Angel's gone.
I'm not
Okay.
sure I can
I'm done.
I'm not sure I would say no to that. I would have to
Oh,
think.
Vera.
I would
Yeah,
have
look,
to
I'm
make a
done.
deal,
You
and
trigger.
I would have to be uncensored.
You would be really
Exactly.
comfortable, Vera.
But
We
I
would be
just,
comfortable.
I just find it funny that there's all these cases of voter fraud, but the only one that they really found was for Trump, and it's getting no coverage. Really, it gets nothing. So this man
Because no
whines
one
and
cares.
like this
No one
man whines
cares.
and cries and
This
bitches
is
and
lost.
a big
moans.
problem.
He lost. It's over. Like
But the
all
thing
this,
is,
all this legal shit's going to amount to nothing.
This
yeah.
is my big
Really?
problem
Dragging it out.
about all that misinformation. And I had a lengthy conversation with Luke about this and a lengthy conversation with Jeff about this. Goebbels, who was the propagandist for Hitler, said very famously that if you repeat the lie often enough, it becomes the truth. And so there are millions of Trump supporting QAnon nut jobs out there repeating this misinformation that there's thousands and thousands of proven cases of fraud. Kayleigh McEnany got up on national TV with 234 pages of paper saying these are affidavits. It's not true. So they
had a name on it.
you can
So she
sue a
couldn't
ham
have that.
sandwich for rape, but when you get to court, you gotta prove it. Otherwise, you look
Wait,
like
is
an
that-
idiot.
is this the Kayleigh that said, Joe Biden's a nice guy and a good candidate? That one?
Oh yeah, it is. I call her fruit stripe because she's like that gum that used to be out that had lose its flavor in like 2.5 seconds, but looked really pretty for a minute.
I love it. So, moral of the story is, unless it's
no
flattering, voter fraud.
She's
It's all-
back.
It's
Oh,
rampant.
well, I'm so glad Angel's back because
Hi.
now we're going to talk about brown snakes.
Oh my god.
Okay, so Eastern brown
I
is
can't
quite
even watch.
common where I live. It's actually, we saw one just last week while we were walking. They're very venomous, very dangerous.
Is
Kill
this
you
one of
as
the
soon as we
awesome
can, yeah.
things like the
Like
birds that
Western
attack people?
These are worse than those because the birds that attack you don't kill you. So yeah,
Okay.
look,
I'm
so
never
this is quite
visiting
common
Australia.
that snakes will coil up with hoses and in things. It's not unusual, so I don't know why this is actually news. But what made the news for Angel and I were the comment section. of
Comments
this
are the
article.
best part.
He's trying to make.
Clearly, yes, the lockdown has really affected a lot of singles. 2020, anything can happen. Release the garden hose snakes across suburban America. And then Catherine Arthur says, "Don't judge. The heart wants what the heart wants." Better.
Does anyone else, ladies, does anyone else have this irrational fear of like a snake coming out of the toilet?
Okay, I'm not the only one. My husband swears I'm freaking bonkers, okay? Because I have a genuine fear of snakes. I have my entire life. And I was talking to him a few weeks ago, and I'm like, snakes can come up through the toilet, right? And he looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, he goes, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "I got scared. I think snakes can come up through the toilet." He goes, "Well, you're not in Florida, but snakes can come up through the toilet. So I don't care where I am. I definitely believe will come and like bite my ass."
Are you going to tell us you have a snake coming up the toilet story?
No, but I have heard a story that was documented over in, like, I think it's one of the Southeast Asian countries where they have those, pit toilets.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I've met a guy. Here we go. There was a guy that was on the toilet, a gentleman, and a rather large, like couple of meters long snake had set up residency there, and then attached itself to certain dangling things.
No,
he had to kill it. He had to kill it to get it off him.
I would have thought they were eggs.
Once he killed it, he couldn't get it off. So he had to call like the authorities to come release its jaws from his family jewel.
See, I'm gonna
There's
have
photos,
nightmares.
everything.
There's
photos, everything. It looks like a murder scene. There's blood everywhere.
This is
Not
why.
cute. If I would have known, I would have found the photos
on a postcard and not in my house.
No.
Right.
No.
And
Wait,
see,
we've got
this
more
is why
comments.
I use the bathroom as fast as possible, because I know a snake is going to come up through
And
my
get the
toilet.
cuckoo. Yep.
And we
So,
can't have
Angela,
that happening.
Snakes on a Plane isn't one of your favorite movies.
I've never seen it because I saw the preview and I said, hell to the no.
It's a great movie. You should watch it. But anyway.
We got more. I love you, hump. Like a lot. Hump again. Will you say it back? Hose. Snakes. Are you giving me the silent treatment now? I thought we had the spark when we first met. And then you'd like the last one, Vera. Nah, just a liberal snake identifying as a garden hose. This was my fave. This was my absolute fave. That old source of venomous snakes.
That's a real thing.
I know it is, and it's so gross.
I
love that show. It's My Strange Addiction.
I've actually seen that episode. It was pretty freaking hilarious.
There's some interesting episodes of that show. Let's just
but
I feel like
politely.
they have the shows that if you want to feel better about yourself, you're like, you know what, I'm feeling really down today. I'm gonna watch Hoarders.
Yes.
At least my life isn't that. Or even worse, Animal Hoarders. You're like, okay, I'm not that bad.
I might be a little demented because I find it quite entertaining to watch my 600-pound life while I'm eating a box of cookies.
Listen,
You know?
I love
I
that
used to
show.
watch The Biggest Loser while eating a box of cookies.
I love
What about that
it
woman?
two things.
What about that woman on My Strange Addiction that was eating her couch?
They
I
eat a
heard
lot of
about
weird stuff on that show.
What about the lady on My Strange Addiction who was eating her husband's ashes? She would take him to the movie theater.
The woman who
like
killed her own
popcorn.
cat.
Get it, girl.
Yeah.
Get it.
There's
And,
crunchy bits in there.
Yep.
Hey, not a little crunch, you know?
The charcoal's good for the inner stomach lining, isn't it?
Good Lord. So
Right, you get texture, you know?
that's what she said. She said she
Fiber,
was
calcium.
Yeah.
You know when you cook on the barbecue and you get those little crunchy bits at the end?
Yeah.
Can
Yum.
I ask you this? This is
Flavor.
really stereotypically Australian.
Go.
Katie,
Go,
please
Katie.
have something.
Just do it. Do it once for me. Just do it.
What do you want me to say? Oh, put a shrimp on the Barbie.
No,
Can I
you
just
gotta-
replace that with? We
You gotta throw a shrimp on the Barbie, mate.
do it the hetero way. I'm doing it like the bogan female way.
There you go.
when we had Catherine on the show, the Pink Power Ranger, and she was on Power Rangers over there, they made her say it. And she's like, I just cringed. She's like, as soon as I wrote the script, she's like, they're going there. And then they made like Nakia talk about Kwanzaa and stuff, so they were going all for it.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, it was like real. Like, let's just throw every stereotype.
I love it.
Goodness,
I love it.
Speaking of Kwanzaa,
Kwanzaa.
I hear there's people among us who hate the Christmas tunes.
I like it a little bit.
I'll have you know, I was just watching a holiday movie.
Katie, but when you watch your little faces light up when they're watching.
Yes.
No.
No.
Like,
I tolerate.
Angel. You know that it's just not that cute anymore. You're just like,
I tolerate.
No. I will admit I'm a big old Grinch.
The Christmas music has been on in the med room since November 1st.
I can't. Nope. My kids get yelled at if they put it on in the car. Like I threatened to kick them out.
Little Christmas, right this very minute.
Can we mute her?
I'm gonna explain my hate for Christmas music and the Christmas season.
It's retail. It's retail. You work in retail long enough.
I've worked in customer service. I've worked my three day jobs have been hospitality.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Over Christmas. Customer service at a shopping center, like a huge mall over Christmas. And retail for the last 8 years. Now, in my retail job,
get out of that. You're gonna.
In my retail job, 1st of December, when Michael Bublé's Christmas album came out, that is all we were allowed to listen to for the whole of December. So December 1, all you heard was
it's like Bublé makes him spend more.
Like Christmas.
You know,
and my soul just leaves my body. My soul leaves my body.
You hear that? You hear that? That's the sound of Bublé's song. It's the holiday season.
Yeah, I know. And then another year, Rod Stewart brought out a Christmas album. So we were only allowed.
Is he still alive?
To alternate between Michael Bublé and Rod Stewart.
What was his album like? Was it like, if you want my present, look,
I'm gonna give you hepatitis.
Maybe it's cold outside with Dolly, is it? I think maybe.
I love Dolly.
See, I'm looking forward to this year. I'm looking forward to this year because we've ordered in Kelly Clarkson's Christmas album, which is the only acceptable Christmas album to listen to. Wrapped in red, go for gold.
Great Christmas album.
Excuse me, Dolly Parton put out a Christmas album this year.
I was saying, Dolly Parton just released out a Holly Dolly Christmas, which is going to be amazing.
I will be listening to that.
You know what? The ultimate money grab Christmas album is
Mariah Carey. I'm booting you off this show.
This is the ultimate in I just want your fucking money. Barbara Streisand.
Yep.
Without a Christmas album.
Not even a Christmas.
I'm Jewish.
Exactly.
Right. That's what I was just
Good for you, Babs. Good for you.
So did Neil Diamond, and so did Barry Manilow.
I can't. You know what? I don't know what it is about Christmas songs. I don't think Christmas songs are cheery. I don't think they're wonderful and snow falling down on my head. No, I don't fucking like snow. I don't like snotty little kids running around. I don't like Christmas. Listen, if I didn't have children, I wouldn't even celebrate Christmas. I would celebrate Festivus. I'd put up a freaking pole and call it a day.
I did that too. I like it all. I like Festivus.
You know,
Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
I know what I watch while I'm wrapping Christmas gifts every year. I watch Krampus.
Yes, I love that movie. That movie is freaking awesome.
Watch Krampus while I'm wrapping
Christmas, Gremlins.
Yep.
Yes.
You know, all the good
and the ultimate Christmas movie,
Die Hard.
There we go.
You know what?
Even you don't know what you're talking about.
I celebrate, when my son celebrates Hanukkah.
I just know that people think it's a Christmas movie, okay?
It's a Christmas movie. Kyle, get in here.
Yeah. Oh, is the Christmas movie the one where the kid's in the snowsuit and he's like, and the one sticks his tongue to the pole?
For hours.
And they play it for like 3 days straight.
Yep.
And like, excuse me, you have to watch National Lampoon's.
No, you don't.
Christmas.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No,
It's
you
very
don't.
I'm just not into it.
Nope. Die Hard, Krampus, done.
You know, I will watch some things for the kids, but I'd rather just watch a serial killer documentary on Christmas Eve with, you know, and call it a day.
Yep.
Actually, Angel, I've got a good Christmas thing for you to watch. It's called All Through the House. It was like one of the first episodes of Tales from the Crypt. And it's Santa who comes to kill them.
Yeah, you know what?
Put that on why
it's like,
I won't want to celebrate Christmas ever again.
You know what? That's what I should have shown my kids when they were little.
Before Christmas, how are we all going to celebrate Thanksgiving? Oh, the Aussies can't celebrate Thanksgiving.
Fuck Thanksgiving. It's such a primitive holiday.
I know. I'm like, we usually just do our own thing anyways. I mean, you know what? No. Like,
Thanksgiving is just about the food. There's no pressure. You eat, you go home.
I think that's what happens. There's so many traditions that stem from something, but then it becomes something else, like Christmas hasn't it? Really?
Could you just not extend Halloween to Christmas?
Uh-oh.
Oh, absolutely.
She's
here.
It's been up too late and Dad's coming to yell at us.
Hi, Daddy.
We were being naughty. We were talking about brown snakes.
Oh, my favorite.
Jeffrey, we were just
I thought I was getting the naughty.
Oh, he's given us all.
And Vera was talking about getting double teamed.
So listen, so I couldn't get one kid to sleep, and I thought he was sick, and like, no, he's just spoiled. I should know better, right? So I'm like, okay, let me grab my shit, let me hurry up, get out here. I'm not that late. And my aunt and uncle started a bonfire.
Are they going to come on the show again?
But no, they left. Oh. They had left. And I just see this text message saying, we started a fire. Don't worry, it'll be fine.
They want you out. They want you.
That is a real subtle way to say, get the fuck out.
No,
a little accident.
Across in the front yard. Like,
wait.
Get out, homo.
I don't know. Oh, you can just see the
evidence.
Yeah.
Like a candle.
No, it was like there was a huge pile of wood in there. It's a big fire pit. And there wasn't much left by the time I came out and saw it. But I'm like,
okay.
Bitches, I normally go to bed at 7. Like, what are you doing with your life?
It's like,
I normally go to bed at 1:30.
I spoke too soon. The golf cart just pulled back up.
Oh, they're coming on tonight's episode, aren't they? Brace
They heard I was
yourself.
going to bash Trump.
So listen, what about the brown snake? Well, tell me about this brown snake.
That's done. You've got that.
No, tell him about the snake. Let him know.
The snake fell in love with the hose.
There's a snake that fell in love with the hose, and it was found like mating
with the hose.
So
and
basically, Luke.
Am I the plastic hose, or am I
the thing?
snake?
You guys know, like, so what people that watch the show don't know is I've been like trying to design a merch, like store, so you can go get hoodies. You can look. I didn't even put my shit in. You can look at kids. This is how.
Now who's balding, bitch?
I never lied about it. I always talk about how I got to put my hair in. But listen. So we're starting a little merch store. It's not available to y'all yet. It's just samples to the folks on the thing with Katie's car. But so one of the things I'm gonna do is take Luke's little cartoon picture as that, or Steve. We got to chat because I need you to give me some of those really fun pictures of Luke, and we're gonna get them so that they're high def.
I took them off here.
I'm gonna put the thing that says, Luke's a power bottom or whatever, and on the back it'll be like, I'm not a power bottom, and then I'm gonna do a shirt with me that says Luke's a power, or no, the shirt with me will say Luke's a power bottom, and then Luke's will be like, I'm not a power bottom, so we'll have fun stuff, and then not even just like me or Luke or whoever, but just general stuff that's like crazy. If you watch the show,
I want Vera on the shirt with Trump's head just going,
absolutely, and just Vera's little character. I want her flying on the broom. You know,
Paul and I are going to be the
that one.
I'm
Grinch
trying.
shirts.
I want to make it a store that like people that even if they don't like the show, they're like, oh, that's funny. We need that.
Right. Yeah.
So that's what we're working on. There'll be masks if you want to buy masks, t-shirts, hoodies.
I like it.
Yeah, tote bags, all kinds of shit.
Oh,
Coffee
yummy.
mugs. I actually ordered like a bunch of coffee mugs.
So you're giving us all
They can go
Christmas
between your
presents.
wine bottles.
Listen, everybody in my life, all the adults, the few people that are getting gifts, it's all gonna be uncensored radio merch. Okay?
That's the way.
Like it's not like, oh, I got you a hoodie. It happens to say
That's how you capitalize. Like
Yeah,
Bonnie
bitch.
on our last show. What about that bitch? We were talking about something and she's just putting up her stuff.
right. I got no shame. I'm like Barbara Walters, telling people audition. Like no shame. So kids, stay tuned
You
for
need
that.
to,
It's gonna be fun.
Need to make sure that store's international because we've got to buy Christmas presents
It
too.
is.
You know?
It is. That's why I picked that site because it does the American and the European dollar.
We can make that work.
Yeah.
I might have to double check.
I
Now-
would like some merch. Definitely some uncensored radio masks.
Right?
Yeah, why
I'm
not have that with
let's
the little
just-
people
I'm a-
across them?
I'm a whore. Like, let's buy a ton and give them out to hospitals all around the areas. Like, let's just all pitch in.
We're
get, like,
donating. Well, I can just bring them.
Donate the hoodies to the homeless.
I would happily have my coworkers wear my face on their mouth.
that little, and it's a caricature.
You can go there.
It's that little cartoon of Vera. Could you imagine them all just walking around the hospital with that fucking little stumpy cartoon that says?
And she just swans in. She's like, I'm kind of a big deal around here.
Guys,
You.
gentlemen, wouldn't be the first time you guys had a guy sit on your face, huh? Would it?
Like you can talk. You gotta, we know how you got that wedding ring, bitch.
She's like,
Got your
I'm
sparkling
going
personality,
all out
Katie.
tonight.
Aren't you glad you came back down, hell?
Vera, you out of all of us,
It's a fact.
fuck you. I don't care. You're like,
I
I'm
forgot.
taller than Katie, but you have the best cartoon out of all of us. It is the most memorable. It's the most fun.
Marketable.
And I'm
She's
not
so
gonna
cute.
lie, I'm jealous of it. But you know what? I really want that guy to do a cartoon of us, and then we all do a voiceover. I don't care how much it costs.
That would be
That's
so
that.
cool.
Here's
Oh
my
my
God.
Here's my question about
biggest
this artist
regret in
and
life-
how they portrayed us. Okay, everyone else has got these big fabulous lips. Vera looks great. I've got resting bitch face. Is that what I look like?
No.
Yes.
Have you seen your boob though?
I'm 6 inches wide, and I'm just kind of dopey.
Look at me, Vera. I'm just like,
But Vera, how cute were you on the little broom when you're like flying around?
It was
I
amazing.
don't find it when I'm alone, but it's when I'm in the lineup. And everybody's like 9 feet tall, and I'm like this gnome.
Look like I'm
Oh,
a
I'm really
Middle
short.
Eastern terrorist. I don't even look Italian. I look Middle Eastern.
the only flattering thing is that guy got me like a tiny waist, and my tits look like they did when I was 21 again.
Yeah.
Right. Hi, Safet.
I love that you're the only person I think that's ever said his name on air because I'm like,
I just said it before, but
He said
whatever.
it, Lucas said it a lot.
as much as
But
you
yeah, I'm
pronounce
really-
it wrong.
I'm really looking forward to UCR, the animated series. I'm sure Nickelodeon and
I
Disney
like it.
Disney Channel are going to pick us up
No
straight
one's
away.
gonna pick
If
us.
we, you know what?
think-
It's gonna
It
be
might be the
a hard
easiest-
ask.
Listen, bitches, let me tell you what. Today
Adult
doing that
Network.
merch,
Next coming up toilets, there's gonna be all crazy.
I
shit
don't
going
know.
It's like the preschool version of South Park is what it's gonna be.
way
I
worse
think it
than
sounds
that.
great.
Are you kidding me? Luke, have you guys seen the Scottish Peppa Pig?
We were
Absolutely,
talking
I
about,
have.
And
that.
Luke
this
showed
weekend,
it to
right?
Me. I've never laughed so hard in my life. But Peppa's like, Dad, you fat bastard. You fat. And he's like, oh, Peppa, you cunt. I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever.
I think we should make it happen. I think it would be awesome. I think
I think
we
we've
could
got a
get picked
very,
up by
I think
Adult
we've got a
Network.
good spot. I
Jack,
think it should go like Bob's Burgers, Family Guy, American Dad, Us.
As long as
Absolutely.
we all get to walk in on Melania, like laying on a bed, like getting a train, I'm good. I know, Katie, you're gonna hate that, but I just want to open the door and be like, "Look, and I knew it. She's not standing for me."
And then it just
She'll
pans
lay down.
over the room, and there's just a snake with a hose.
Yeah,
Snake.
and then Katie
She
can
does
be
have
all
her
mad
passport stamp. She
and be
does.
like, "I am not. We are not slut shaming." And I'm like, "Bitch, you can't slut shame a slut."
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Jeffrey. Speaking of needing help, okay, we do need to promote this.
I was gonna say, speaking of Scottish Peppa Pig, have you seen the Scottish Lilo and Stitch? It makes me cry every time I laugh so fucking hard.
No, send it to me. What is
I'm
it?
on it. I'm on
So
it.
Anyway,
next
relevant
Thursday
to-
night, guys, we've got Sandy, our resident social worker.
Sandy,
coming
where are you? I need backup.
Yeah, she would be just into
Yeah,
Jeff
we shouldn't
tonight.
slut shame. I'm with the girls.
So yeah, look, so she's going to answer viewer questions. We've had like 5 or 6 so far that are pretty heavy topics. So just send us stuff. We want like easy stuff. We want fun stuff. Like
we are
cool.
turning into some fucking Oprah shit.
No,
Like, it's gonna be
it's not Oprah.
Dr.
It's
Phil.
Jerry Springer. Did you see that message?
I was gonna say,
Actually, it's probably Jenny Jones, right?
Right, we're gonna get canceled. Like, I don't know.
Someone's
this
gonna
dude.
end up fucking dead.
I
That's
don't
what's
know.
gonna
This
happen.
guy thought he was
no,
getting
we're
a
not
free
even
trip.
the A team. We're the B team. We're Steve Wilkos, man. We're bad.
We're
What's
the
the other guy?
divas.
Jeremy Kyle, Steve Wilkos.
We're Lisa.
In us than that.
We're bad.
I personally would like to be Sally Jesse, and I'll get the big red glasses.
Well, speaking of, who's the father?
She's got a boyfriend.
Can I just
Okay.
can I ask the major question?
Don't
yes.
say it. Don't you say that about Chanel #1. I will kill you.
Who gives a shit?
I give a shit.
Oh,
I mean, I get
I
it.
don't-
No, look, Emma Roberts. Yeah, okay. Famous last name. Played basically the same character in everything she's done.
She was
But
fantastic.
she's like,
in
I
Holiday.
loved
She
her.
was fantastic in Holiday.
I
which is
love
what I was
her
watching.
in
I was
American
like,
Horror Story
Jason
and Scream
Bateman.
4.
Everything Jason Bateman is in. He's Jason Bateman.
But in
He's
Kid
also
Rock,
a movie star. He's
Listen,
not
it's
some
a
random
rock
TV
real.
star
There
on
are those
Cosmo.
actors who just play themselves, but they make it work in that role.
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts. thank you.
Exactly. But she's a movie star, is what I'm saying. She's not like. I think
Anyways,
this is where we're at. This is where we're at. Emma Roberts is on the cover of the magazine.
You want to
Look
talk
at
about,
that
so-
picture. Look at that picture.
She
Number
looks
one,
beautiful.
her stomach is photoshopped like shit, and then
I know,
over
right?
here is the baby like pushing on her stomach? Do you see that? Like on
Yeah.
the one. Why?
Yeah.
What?
No
did they
stretch
do?
marks, nothing.
Like
she
you
looks
photo.
beautiful.
Well, no, it's
And
not
it's
her fault. But
We're not arguing that she doesn't look beautiful.
Yeah,
I just don't care.
But I would rather see
Why-
it not photoshopped.
Why-
At least
Yeah.
look
why
at the
do you need to
magazine.
It definitely is Photoshop.
Do you want to see some stretch marks from pregnancy? I will show you some stretch marks from
Exactly.
pregnancy.
But that's the
honey,
thing.
I got
Why?
stretch marks from Tuesday.
What was?
Oh, she doing it!
Go, Katie. Go, Katie.
Wait,
go,
shut up,
Katie.
Oh, it does not look that bad, Katie.
There you go.
It's
But
not
That's
bad.
reality.
There you go, guys. And that's Taco Bell there too.
Exactly. But see,
It's your.
why
I call them
put?
tiger stripes. You know,
Yeah,
Yes, yeah,
right.
you know.
But
There you
why
go.
put like they're going, oh, look at this beautiful, perfect woman who's also beautifully imperfect while she's pregnant. That is not fucking reality, people.
Because
No.
I'll tell you what.
You know that.
Wasn't
It's
it
not
very-
real.
I'll tell you what. When you're pregnant, you're miserable. Your body is stretching in ways it's never stretched.
But
before.
that's what I want to see on that magazine cover.
That
I
is
want to
not
see
what I
this bitch just as miserable as I was.
Do you
want to see
think?
her with like a little pea stain in the front
It's
because the baby
adorable.
pushed on her
I think
bladder.
it's great.
One at a time.
No, it's right. My story. I'm talking.
I'm gonna start being Whoopi.
My story. I'm talking.
Go, Katie.
Thank you. I like it a lot. I think it's a big deal. I mean, not only is she the first cover girl on Cosmo that was pregnant, but pregnant women get a lot of shit for taking pictures of their belly. Oh, no one wants to see that. No one wants to see your belly. This is real shit, y'all. That's a life being born right there. Where are all you fucking pro-lifers now? Where are you?
Nude
I agree
cover
with.
on
So we'll do it one at a time to comment on this. Let's take some order. I agree with Angel. I would like to see Emma Roberts with a little pee stain in the front from where the baby pushed on her bladder.
Exactly.
You know, where lactation pads underneath that.
No,
little
I don't
skinny
want
top.
that shit.
Okay, Angel, what would you like to see?
I would like to see all of her stretch marks. I would like to see her not made up, Photoshop, because she's miserable as hell.
Trashy version of what, Jennifer? Say it.
I just want to see the natural look. Like, no pregnant woman looks that good at that size. I'm sorry. You have stretch marks. You feel miserable. You look miserable because you feel like crap. She looks too pretty for this cover. I'm sorry.
But I like that. I like that.
I just want to point out that Demi Moore did a full nude cover on Vanity Fair like 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. And it's a beautiful
And now we're down
cover.
to Emma Roberts.
No, that was my comment. What Vera just did was like Demi, but I didn't feel like Demi's was so photoshopped. Where her stomach looks photoshopped.
It looks
and
fake.
it also looks like the baby's like pushing.
I don't
out,
get a say.
And
I
maybe
think
that's
you
right.
You do. Absolutely, because you said you don't care about her, but go.
No, it's not that I don't care. I do like Emma Roberts. I just think
You said you don't care. You said who cares?
I don't see
Exactly.
how
You hate her
that
baby.
excuse me. Let me speak. I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
Okay, Meghan McCain.
Okay.
No,
I'm speaking, Mr. President. Calm down. So, what I was going to say, anyway, thank you. Is there not a different story you could, like a more important, more pertinent story that Cosmo could come up with than someone's second generation? I know, but look at what's happening in the world, right? Do we care? Like, who gives a shit about Emma Roberts'
Well,
pregnant belly?
they could have put the story on. I know that her baby's daddy just got arrested for like a DUI or something. That's what they could have put on the cover.
I would buy that.
Sometimes you just want something really light. You don't want to think about, the fact that we're probably going into another lockdown, that the president,
and her baby daddy got arrested and probably going to jail.
That the president is ignoring that the pandemic is spiking because he's having a little fucking hissy fit. Where are you now, buddy?
Where's that stimulus check?
Exactly.
It's not happening.
He's probably going to the. He's getting ready to pay it to Melania in the divorce.
I know
Sometimes
exactly.
you just want something just mindless. Okay, she looks beautiful. Sometimes, when I was pregnant, I wanted to be glamorous and I just couldn't pull it together. So bravo for her.
I'm sorry, I was glamorous when I was pregnant, but I still had stretch marks and I still felt like a big old hippo and I still looked miserable. I was glamorous though, but I wasn't photoshopped like that.
I think I was glamorous one day in my pregnancy.
Did you guys follow Amy Schumer?
Shoot.
Yes. I love it.
Did you guys follow Amy Schumer through her pregnancy and her reality show and everything that she did?
She kept it real.
That was great. That's what I want to see.
Yeah,
I want to see someone
because that's real.
Is in that celebrity machine and going, oh, it's not easy.
Well,
hey, Will.
So Will is who drew us, Jeffrey. So ask him right now.
Oh, that's who drew. I've seen him.
I'm really short, Will.
I want to have your baby.
I love you, Will. I can't complain.
Well, darling, I'm not really that miserable.
I have work for you. Message me after the show, bitch. We got business to talk about. I got cash.
If we're so trashy, then why watch us?
Because they love
why they watch us, Katie.
They love it.
Yeah,
we never said we were quality journalism. Why?
I know we didn't say classy.
You're not going to get what's a facey. You're not going to get what's a facey from Full House calling someone a cunt, are you? No.
Actually,
calm down, DJ Tanner.
Wait, DJ Tanner called someone a cunt?
No, that's what I'm saying.
I did.
You're not going to get that on the View.
Stop saying that word. We're going to get censored.
What? Do you guys
We're
remember?
trashy, remember?
So when the show first started, when we started on Censor Radio, so if you go onto Spotify or you can now catch us on iTunes, which iTunes I think is the one that has the ads, so listens on iTunes.
Spotify has ads.
5-star review. 5-star
I don't know
review
if
would be lovely on iTunes.
I don't know if I put the ads on, but I can't really figure it all out.
You don't. I don't think you put ads on. I think it just adds it.
No, I
Right.
had to add them. Like, there's this little thing.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, look, I got no shame, bitches. Daddy got kids to pay. I gotta pay for this shit. Like, it's expensive to do this, and then
We got
gotta
merch
do
to
ads.
make, people.
Yeah, like it costs money. So come on, donate some cash flow. Okay, so, but
Here we are on Spotify. Hey.
what was I going with? What was this about? What were we talking about?
I was talking about the show originally.
So in the beginning of the show, there was this show on HGTV which got so much backlash. It was Cindy Stumpo, Tough as Nails. It was a Boston chick that was she was a house builder, right? Like she was the boss, and all the guys worked for her, right? And she was like, what part of the promo was, we're not building dolls.
I'm just teasing you, Jennifer. Love you.
And I fell in love with this chicken. She actually was on the show quite a bit in the beginning. And the heat that she got from the southern states, because she said, we're not building dolls here. And she was such a take charge chick. She really was ahead of her time because it was a great show, but people got pissed because she was a woman in a man's role building houses. Oh, look at the new picture.
Yay!
Oh, yeah, I'll show that up. I've got that here so we can show everyone.
It's
Will,
so
are you
trash.
still
I love it.
No,
Are you
it's
still with us,
cute.
Will?
It's
Katie
cute.
is a foot taller than me, but in real life, I think
Look
I'm
at
taller
me.
than her.
Look at me. I mean,
think Katie's
You
is
are
sexy.
a
at
glamour
that.
bus.
listen. Tits are A+.
And I'm the shortest out of the guys by far.
I like mine. Look at
How
those
is he
You
gonna
look
know?
great.
These are some little boxes. That's it.
Well,
I
love
love
it.
you.
I do love that picture, though. I think it's a good
I'll put it back
picture.
up.
I definitely want it on a
I like it. I
sweatshirt.
think it's very good.
I have
I'm
all you guys,
I do like it.
kids. I
just
thought
want
I
to
sent
watch
the
it
link
flex.
in our little room. You can
Yeah.
go on the link and you sign in with our YouTube account, and you can order it at cost. You know, the
Awesome.
samples. So you
Yeah.
can, and you can go in and, like, let's say you save that picture. You know, anything you see, you can pop it on it and order
Hey, guys.
a sample.
I love
Guys,
Yo,
it's beginning to look a lot like
Don't
Like
you fuck
Christmas.
get out of here. Get
it.
out.
Oh,
Get out right now.
Something a little
Because
like
of you
sometimes
and
you
me.
need Christmas. You know you've watched Hallmark Christmas movies, Katie. You know it. You know it.
I was
No.
just watching Holiday with our girl Emma Roberts.
okay, so I have a question about this. What is the deal with the freaking Hallmark movies? Like, why
don't
is
get
this
the
a big
appeal.
thing right
I
now?
don't get it. I do
Everybody's
not get
Because
talking
Lori
about
Loughlin's in jail.
When you're
now.
alone
She's
in the house
gone.
and you're doing all the
She's
Christmas
gone.
shit, and you don't have to pay attention because anytime you look up, you don't know exactly what's going on in the movie.
Yeah, it's
How
definitely.
it's gonna end. It's just noise.
It's entertainment for the brain dead. That's what
It's
it
like
is.
watching a soap opera, right? Like you.
No,
just have
some
it on
of
in the
them are more
background.
exciting than the Hallmark movies.
Less
No,
stakes.
that one.
Yeah.
Listen, my father-in-law Jimmy loves. It's 3 Christmases, I think, or 3 wishes.
Yeah,
And
no,
it's
that sounds
got,
right. 3
what's the-
holidays, I think it was.
What's the bitch? What's the bitch from 3 days? I think it's 3 days. From
It's got Vince Vaughn in it.
Oh, I love her. She was in Melrose Place and she was in Sex and the City. She married the
Kristen
Jew.
Davis.
Yes. She's in it, right? And like she gets the Christmas tree and the dude's an asshole and he's cheating on her and then she dies and then he gets like the 3 days to win her back or whatever. You know, but that was
Wrong
actually a
holiday.
cute movie. So we would watch that every year. Yes, I love her. But like a lot of them are just I watched one with
They're mindless. They're completely mindless.
I just watched the one. Did you guys see it with Kirstie Alley? It was like, you can't take my daughter. Oh
No.
my god!
I'm home to eat
man.
Christmas.
Stop the presses. Kirstie Alley is still alive.
Listen, yes, she is. I know someone who actually Pandora Box, who's a drag queen who has been in.
Can you get her on our show?
I can definitely reach out. She's been
I
in
know Pandora.
she's been in an online fight with Kirstie Alley for like months now.
Can we get tickets? Can we get tickets for the next show?
I
And
know.
speaking of maybe possible upcoming guests that may be from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Hey, it's your girl, Tatiana. Get on over to Uncensored Radio and join Jeff and the gang to talk all kinds of naughty things. I just might show up on an upcoming episode if they make better choices. And remember, guys, we all have the same parts. Bye.
Tatiana!
I love it.
I just have one thing to say.
Say
it.
I don't know her.
She was on Pandora Box's season.
Okay,
so maybe
Mariah.
She didn't look anything like she did. My first question is how much face work?
No face work. She's beat. She's.
Is that
I
the
think
bitch
a lot
that
of-
won?
that's a lot of-
Makeup.
She's the one that won, right? Didn't she win? That
No.
season?
that was
all
Tyra.
contour. That's all
Tyra. No.
contour. That is all
Tatiana.
contour, baby. That's all contour.
Tatiana used to
What
fight
what you're not seeing behind the scenes is Tyra's a complete bitch. Thank you.
Can I share?
That's Tatiana.
Can I share a fun memory with y'all?
Yeah.
Sure.
Of course.
Yeah, let's zoom in on Katie.
Jeffy took me to my first drag show.
I know.
Oh.
Fun.
What happened?
They
Was there
brought me.
pee?
They brought me on stage as a virgin.
Oh, did they sacrifice
Performing?
you?
It was very embarrassing.
Wait, what bar? What bar? Because depending on, was it charades?
Mm-mm. It was.
Was it spirits? Probably spirits. Where did shots?
It was in
was it
Syracuse.
Was it the Dyke Bar? Mistake?
I don't. All I remember was
I can't say that
Singer.
anymore.
We can't say Dyke anymore.
no.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
we can.
I don't.
We can because we are of the
don't remember.
community, I think.
I do not remember, but it was my
I
first
don't know.
drag show, and
Nice.
they put me on stage.
Okay, everybody say hi to Anthony Sacco. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hi!
Hello.
He loves the show, and Vera is actually one of his favorites. At first,
Aw.
he was like, "What the fuck's up with that Vera bitch? I can't ever understand her. What's she needs to get a mic or something?" He was like, "What?" And then, like 2 weeks later, you got your sound fixed, and he was like, "I love Vera."
Vera's been a
All it
fan
takes is a
favorite for a
headset.
while.
Vera's my favorite of the show too, honestly.
I was mad.
We scared the shit out of her before the show.
He's
Oh,
making
you missed
me.
that,
I
Jeff.
should be his favorite. You know what I mean?
So yeah, just before the show, we delivered a little bit on a promise we made months ago, and Vera watched the first 10 minutes of Scream.
Oh goodness.
It was fun.
So that'll be coming on air very soon.
We don't have a clip.
We don't.
Not
have
yet.
a-
We've only just
We're gonna
filmed
get
it.
it now.
It was track. It was track.
No.
Yes, it was. It was
No,
track.
it was not. I would
Yes,
not
it
take
was.
you to track. I
Yes,
don't take
you did.
anybody to
Yes,
track.
it was. Yes, you did.
No,
You took
it
me to
wasn't
track.
me.
Yes,
Hey,
you did.
Spartan.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yeah, hey girl.
Maybe rain. It wasn't tracks.
It was
fucking-
tracks. I
Listen,
promise you it was tracks.
I had to go do the roast of Madison Divine at Tracks, and my opening thing was, "I'd like to say it's an honor to be here, but in this shithole, fuck it." You know, like, and I wasn't kidding. And then I went and ripped the bar part out. There was dirt underneath the stairs, and the place
my
ripped out,
God.
and the owners in the back doing blow with all the skinny dudes. Like, no.
Well, that's one way to get skinny.
Exactly.
No, you know what? I wasn't invited back for a long time, and I can't imagine why.
No, never.
I swear to God, it was tracks, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, I don't think I can't I don't ever think or remember ever taking anybody to Treks.
I
Especially
probably
if they're
trust
first.
Katie's recollections more than yours.
No, because I
Just
didn't go to
saying.
Treks. I didn't go to Treks though.
Either way, it was a lot of fun. Jeff sacrificed me to the queens.
Was this years later? Was it like I was with Joe?
Run into you at Trex one night.
It was when it was our Taco Bell era, my love. It was very early on.
No, it would have been Spirits.
Okay. Then it
Well,
was
at the time it was called X Bar.
okay. Maybe
it
maybe that's what it was.
With our mutual friend Steve, and I remember running into you there one night.
Mutual friend. I wonder how they're mutually friends.
Right.
Steven, look, I'll send you the video as soon as we get off the show.
Oh, thanks.
I'm not in it.
I'm not in it either.
And if you subscribe to our upcoming Patreon, you can see this video.
Marty, I think you were right. Don't listen to Jeff.
Vera's gonna do
Who's going to do what?
that dance to the 7 veils she promised a couple of episodes
What
ago
the fuck was
for our
that?
Patreon.
I know.
Yeah, you're
You were away. That was a show. That was the show with Jeff, Vera, and I soda. It was an interesting show. We got there in the end.
Oh, speaking of
I was feeling
Dance
myself.
to the 7 Veils.
You were, girl.
This fuckwit. You know, Bill
On the
Barr
7 counts
got
of
his head so far up Trump's ass, he can lick his tonsils.
Well, wait, what is? I can't see what it says because it's all up in like the little.
It
shit at
says
the top.
Justice Department faults former Epstein prosecutor for poor judgment, but finds no misconduct.
Oh, I said this.
And I read it without my glasses, y'all.
I
LASIK.
couldn't read it.
So,
Right,
comments on this, Vera or Jeffrey? Jeffrey,
no,
you go
is-
first.
Let Vera go because my
Okay,
thing was-
Vera.
Vera, you
Vera,
can
we're near
curse
the
now.
end. You
Go.
can
Go.
F. Oh, they've already been saying
Take a
cunt.
deep
so-
breath and go.
Bill Barr is so fucking corrupt. I can't believe that we haven't lynched him as a country, that we haven't just stormed the Bastille and lopped off his head. He couldn't be
Allegedly.
more fucking evil if he was dressed up like Emperor Palpatine.
Drop that allegedly, baby. Lukey, drop that allegedly. Thank you.
No!
Yeah.
It's not allegedly.
Voter fraud. You're not dropping it on me. Get that out of there. You know I'm right.
I know you're right, but I'm
Yeah, that
protecting
one's
you.
Does anyone find it strange that our old friend Jizzy Lane has disappeared?
Who is
Oh my
that?
God, you haven't heard
No,
from her in a
She's
while.
lame.
Where is
She
she?
is
Where is she?
laying
She's
low
got.
'cause she's hoping
Do you know,
Trump
do you know
will
why she got some
her.
One at a
Trump
time.
evidence?
Sorry, Daddy.
She's got some Trump evidence. That's why she's quiet.
I'm looking this
They're
up. Hold
keeping
on.
her in little Silence of the Lamb cells. That's what's
Who
happening.
is Jizzy Lane?
It's
She's
Epstein's
playing Maxwell.
girlfriend.
She's Epstein's girlfriend / madam who has all the goods on everybody.
Boy,
I started Jizzy Lane
wait,
actually.
we got 2 dudes in Australia where the one chick is hiding out, and you haven't booked her on the show yet.
What girl?
The
She's
one
on
of
the
his,
show.
she,
One of
yes,
Oh,
she is.
hell.
She's in Queensland.
Who?
Who are you
The
talking about?
Oh yeah, the one that
It's
Prince
accusing
Edward.
him. Yes,
Oh.
yes.
Who?
Yes. Get her on the show. I want to talk to her.
The Prince Edward Prince accuser.
Listen, because
She's
when
a
it comes
what?
to that, I believe every one of his accusers. I don't care what they say.
Absolutely.
Whatever they say, I believe them. And
I
I
believe
think
it too.
Is that
All right.
Sorry, there's a million people going at once.
I'm gonna get on my fucking soapbox again.
There we go.
Why? It's so easy to believe that 17 million people rushed the border to vote illegally for Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden, and that there are hundreds and hundreds of absentee ballots that are all fraudulent. But you can't believe the evidence of 25 accusers. Come on, people.
Absolutely.
Get your head out of your ass.
Wait a
Do
minute.
some research. Read a fucking book. There's real facts out there.
Okay, wait.
Get
look
'em,
this way.
Vera.
I'm confused because the last election, it was Trump stole it with the elections, and it was voter fraud with Trump.
No,
That's against
it's
it.
not true. Trump's misinformation triggered a lot of voters, and that's what caused the electoral win in Michigan. But Hillary conceded election night. Nobody challenged that election, even there was lots of evidence that there was Russian tampering.
Yeah.
She conceded election night because she did not want to drag it out. Now this motherfucker's hiding under his desk with his thumb in his mouth, crying, "Boo-hoo, they're all mean to me. I voted illegally and I didn't lose. I won. Fuck you, you lying shit. Oh, Lord. Take it with grace. Get out of the office."
Luke, I want my 20 bucks.
Vera, get him.
I told you I
Get
could
up.
get her going. Send me that Australian money.
I kind of don't even know where to go from here.
I've got one.
Okay.
Let's talk about this one. Okay. So, speaking of dirty men, supposedly, allegedly, Phil Collins' wife is divorcing him because he's got the stinkies. He doesn't know how to take care of himself.
Like, where does he have the stinkies? Like all over his body, or does his
He is
pieces
accusing
stinky?
him of bad hygiene.
Okay.
She can smell it coming in the air
I
tonight.
hope she doesn't smell it coming in the air.
He might have a.
He might have the stains on the sheets
No,
tonight.
though, a lot of old men stink. They have a natural stink, and they smell more than women. And I can say this because I looked after both. And
Then-
men have this old testosterone yucky smell. So, girl, if you want him out, get him out.
Kyle, we're getting divorced in a few years.
Maybe she should just tie a bar Irish Spring around his neck. I mean, there has to be something else we can
He
do.
is denying it 100%.
You can't talk your man into getting in the shower?
Right.
He
I'm just
denied
gonna
it,
go
like,
with
didn't happen.
maybe she was too busy getting her face yanked and her cheeks filled to be like, Phil, maybe you could like bathe once in a while. Like,
She's trying to
Does
have
she,
that
does she get a lot of work done?
Never
look at
had
her.
trouble getting a man to join me in the shower.
Okay,
Whoa.
her face is like.
I'm looking it up. I never
haven't
saw a
seen
picture of her.
her.
I just
Maybe
found the
he's
article.
I didn't know
not
her.
bathing
That's like-
on purpose. Maybe
Is
he's
any-
bathing because he wants her to go away.
Oh yeah.
Is anybody watching The Undoing on HBO
I'm
No.
not.
with Nicole Kidman?
Oh, goodness me.
You
Wait
stole
there.
my song.
Oh, honey. Ooh,
Oh,
honey,
Yeah, wait, I'm going to
babe.
bring her
Oh,
up.
yeah, she does look like that tiger lady in New York. With
Ooh,
No, that-
yes.
No, you.
She
gotta
looks like
be
an
recent.
unwashed ball sack.
There you go.
That's
Oh, wait,
wow.
wait. I'm going to bring her up. I can't. Oh. Yes, I can.
Her
No, I
name
can't.
is here.
Horrible.
She
Yeah,
did sexy
much.
shit.
Face pull.
Okay, wait there. Let's
can't
let's see
find
if I can share her.
That will hurt me.
Jesus Christ, I can't find it.
Well, Nicole
Orion
Kidman has had lots
Debbie?
of work done too.
Well, it was a lot of fuck you. I was every time she did something in the show where her hands were like this, I was like, oh, there she goes. Oh, what are we doing?
Oh, where are we
Oh,
going?
look at that titty. What's going on there?
Ooh,
Oh.
shit them
Talk about
boobies.
photoshopped.
That's not
There's like was something.
I
Yeah,
mean,
there was like
like
an
a
areola there. She was photoshopped.
It was like a bungee jump with the cord tied around the back of the head.
Luke, I feel like you can't discuss this.
Yeah, I need some tape like that.
So
I
the
feel like
thing
it's the
is,
pot calling the kettle black girlfriend.
they can she can afford plastic surgery. She can't afford to hire a woman to come wash his ass. Like, I mean, there are options, like, when your husband get old, you don't, and he's crusty, you're not gonna suck his dick anymore, and you don't want to bathe him. Hire somebody.
I'm just thinking,
Can that please be Angel's shirt? You can't pay some woman to wash his ass, and that's
Yes,
That's
yes,
not what she
yes. I'm gonna need a good photo of you. And then
holding a hose.
Holding a brown hose.
With a little brush and those little old-fashioned scrub brushes.
Luke,
Big
and
Luke
you know,
on
part
his
of
dick.
me feels like it's probably true because she could say a lot worse and do a lot more damage. So it's got to be true.
You just
All I'm saying is if she really had a problem, she could fix it.
right.
You don't have to go to
some
divorce
women
court.
don't
It is
want to
in the
do the
shower.
work for themselves. Okay.
All she has to do is go outside, grab a brown hose, and spray his ass down when he comes to get in the car.
look,
Make sure it's not the
God,
snake.
I'm looking up Phil Collins' net worth because he should be able to afford this himself. He doesn't need the wife to do it.
While
Holy
you did that, Jeff wanted to ask me something. What was it? You don't remember?
no, but Phil Collins, like, yeah, he's got a ton of money, but like, I don't remember.
$260 million is his net worth. He could hire a lot of people to clean his ass.
She's way younger than him, right?
Well,
So she's probably just done.
Is he Alzheimer's? Is he like got some dementia?
No, he's just
You
old.
know what?
She's stuck in long enough to cash that check. Knew it's
She's
time.
probably building a case against him so she can get control of his estate and his money.
She just like, bitch, come
This
on.
is the beginning.
He's not even that old, y'all. He's not even
Got a point.
30.
But
Guess
she's
what?
younger.
Yeah, and he
Girlfriend
stinks.
got a point.
I'm just saying.
She's like, it's time to cash out. I'm gonna get my check and be bouncing out.
Yeah, she's sick of smelling like mothballs.
And I'm
Homegirl's
not
had
hanging.
enough.
Angel.
And you know what? She wants to go find her a brown hole somewhere. So homeboy's got to go.
Wait a minute.
Come on.
It says they got divorced in 2006. What is going on here?
Katie, when's the last time you looked at Phil Collins and been like, I know he's got a big dick?
I have never looked at Phil Collins and thought
He has a
That
wonderful
poor bitch.
singing voice.
Listen, this is why
he
Katie
doesn't.
gets out mad.
And a
because
great
she's like,
drummer.
she always accused me of slut shaming, but here's the truth. That poor bitch deserves
Sledgehammer wasn't
more
Phil
than
Collins.
she deserves more than 40 million. Because if she's fucking Phil Collins, we all know it's this. All right, this phrase needle dick, the bug fucker mean anything to you? Look, she deserves every penny she gets.
Sledgehammer
Just
wasn't
like
Phil Collins. It was
Melania.
Peter Gabriel.
Quit penis shaming him. And yes, Peter Gabriel was the better.
I believe Melania, you know, she's a trash bag for marrying that fuck, but she deserves every fucking penny she can milk out of his
I have
ugly.
to agree.
Jack
She's certainly.
shit. She
You know
is
what?
an awful human.
She's just as gross as he is. She wore that
She is.
freaking, I don't care to you,
deserves
Jack, the
to
border,
rot.
poor kids in cages.
She deserves to
She
rot.
pulled up all those
deserves shit.
historic rose bushes. She doesn't deserve shit. She's just as bad as he is.
She tore out the bushes.
Democrat.
Fuck
Listen,
being a Democrat. How about being a fucking human being? She's a piece of shit. Let her go live in those fucking cages and see how she does.
I think it should be done.
I said
That
it.
might be the end of the show. Should we let Tatiana take us out again tonight?
And why does she gotta call me out? Luke, how much did you pay her on Cameo to do that?
Hey, it's your girl, Tatiana. Get on over to Uncensored Radio and join Jeff and the gang to talk all kinds of naughty things. I just might show up on an upcoming episode if they make better choices. And remember, guys, we all have the same parts. Bye.